Eguam se branches do na wombetimi ebie ediamo bibia oba nkramantem ha wo head office no was circle adabraka dance bar na ana talent microfinance wo mabronsa antente no wo mo ebutu anopai wo mo so boy yetri do my KFM TV news no yede ebesomo
yenko dadaba tech hub ina chese dadaba no eba ne phones ne ho accessories dia ahemfie no ene ho enti no bibia wo pe ayefa phone ne ho akade bia ne de dadaba odo so ebie ni ntabe mu e de ama se bra na won hwe no toto ne meye emfa ma wo pe bi nso di acha ni nyina no phone papa eti apofiti yam so akwa iPhone ni nyina no ebi ewo na kache hon ma akwa betimi enye bi na bibia na konkan wo dia oso kita no enkoyi emfa ma we mu kasa ye dia ma screen no how bibi efa ho bia no open charges airports bibia kodada bateka obeboa na waye sanhihye ni kama eti media ma kopie mu ewo kaneshi bia ya wodon pai takwa station ehye ne hope na dada bateka bono so ewa woye na dwume no nya asem keto akra nwumeko emi ensen ene nanope womo edi omusika ebo ye twido Maame Esi me de kase no so ababesomo ewo KFM TV eso ye betwa egu live ewo Abefonten time fidie ne so into ko Facebook KFM TV GH na wa follow ye page no afi no wa boera YouTube KFM TV GH no wa subscribe kama etimi edi ama ye o TikTok Twitter and afi Instagram so betimi ai follow ye wo ho videos in the bebre na ne achechede akogu ho a okwa benye bie masane na chese wakenkan na bibia konkan wo so hu de ekoso man Ghana ha yetimemu nindie ya ye wo sa adom ye de nyina akwa akogu Abefonten time fidie ni KFM TV GH on all platforms so kwa ubenya ye ho na chese nema hodo etwegu no wetimi akokenkan bi wo ho kama ensem no enano pay no edoso na de edimo akotine bi ene so Rap Solomon Asamoah me no kase die eye 2 million sky train scandal ore ho ebom no me no kase die ye the bill I no esombo 15 million Ghana cedis ena ato ne tiri so a empanifo hwe ni mu se obetua
Professor Afia Etua enso ede kokobo eko ede ama NPP ene NDC amenu ko no efa sami jenfi ne dollar wo de koche agada no wo de nsen bia betudwa afa
na ya ahyenkafo mo wo man mu nso se sempanyifo anye bibia amfa titiri ni wo no mo tete pavement so tete kwan mu ton ade ne de a omo hwe ni ma se koto ni ma bosome ne de to so dun kunu no omo be ye oye kire kese anya asem keto akra omo che sempanyifo nye bibi mfa ho no mu nto mu nyina afemfro mo adwuma omo ye ne nso emu ntimi nda ho emfa mo
yeah they can promise onsem enso be ba betudwa de ama anopai ewani gede ensem
ebusia ensem afoforo binom eka we hu ensem no edoso yie papa ya chechire ne sedanta ye ba besane mu seboa edi ama odi anse obeka ye ho eye don hwere ba kontemu ni etimi agebre ni adaje ni akenkan ni nyina me wenye mu ntiase ni hu de ekọ ene de ba me Abefonten time fidie no okọ eye TikTok Efia_Mefia Oko Facebook and so ye Bridget Esiama Instagram no eye Maame_Fosuah Oduahoma na yendi nkita ho Maame Esi Ode
TikTok and so ye Lydia Nkrumah 682 Facebook Maame Esi and so Maame Esi obetimi akoho na wako follow me eho
ebusia no pedi no Afia Fosuah Oduahoma Sresrebidi from Afia meje so many
Maame Esi Nkrumah ye gina we so na ya dane ye ho abaye ba nsem no ye hya ase dia ma
ebusensan so nda wasemu achemu akwa babi mfambra KFM TV so ne enhensem na sitel enfama odia ukopie mu ewo mrahye bedwefia eyedom kese no ba no dani a ono anso mrahye bedweni ma adehia wono moboko central baton peso so eyon munyamfo mahama ayarega nene wodi nchemu ne nsem bi na aba betudwa edi afan hihye bi a wono susu senke hu behia sempanyifo de begu akwemu no maye edi aboa mo man Ghana etimi akone ni mo chemu senke be ya senia wote ho a na obi de nsem bi a enye no kraba beto montini mu a eya atro frakadam sem rukadayan sem a egu obi hu fi na afie se obi eni monyam de obi eni monyam twitwiri fom no nke be ya nka mpanyifo ntena se no mo fa mre bi ento ho a wo bia ye becho se wo ka asem bia enye nokre asem bia etia obi nebu obi enimu ntia no nkasa amra no ebetimi ni wendi sa say sisi ana e kana eso obi asole ya de enye nokre enye nsempapa ya atronsem no no asori no aba beka no de egu otra obi a wanti asem no so a wanti mu nchemu ye so no so afa no se ne etie na nti o chese nkemre bi mbra na sa nkrofoko no omoye sa de no sa amra no ntimi ni wonu ndi na ye nsa na ho ama wonu mu a wo mo ba se be ya wo hu semra we da ho a o bie wanu aka nsem bia sebio odi adwen ni nyansa ebeto ho munyafo maya mahama yarega minhire mo odi tudwa e wo sansem ne ho no eni
cyber security and information management and disinformation. It is as a result of some of the frustrations that he's going through trying to track the things that are fueling the conflict in Boko. He does a review of disinformation, especially even on me as a person. And sometimes he himself is alarmed by the kind of misinformation going on, how my person is being threatened and attacked on a daily basis, and the number of platforms, and how it is coordinated and planned and etc. And, that was what really made me realize that there was a need to really pass such legislation to deal with those matters, because it is partly causing the ethnic conflicts that we have. A lot of it is fueled through social media. And given the number of hotspots, potential hotspots we have across the country, when that starts happening, the whole country is going to have major security challenge. So we need to, as a matter of urgency, figure out and understand the technology, and then also build on the experiences and the framework that other nations have used to quickly try and protect our country from the threat of this information. So I think that as a major issue that this committee should be focusing on, we should work with you to have at least the draft bill modeled along what you have experienced in Europe and in America and all the other countries. And let us, like we said, as a parliament, push it and try and get our executive on board so that we can speed up the process of enacting legislation like that. I think that for me is a major thing.
Ebusia for in some way and majority leader Mahama Ayariga wode to dra e side more air consent for mo de day a state a day abetu dra mo de criminal charges about Professor Ameya Ekumfi and Solomon as Isia Asamoah ono former CEO at the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Na wo muchie mu se Sky Train project bia eno sika na eda so $2 million US dollars eno ana muchie se sankofo mienu we wo mo ho ebom asem no mu sa sika ni mu ye papa na mo ye hwehwemu ye papa dia fa ho na mo ye hwehwemu a mo court asetena no ekoba ne se owura Professor Ameya Ekumfi ana Solomon Asamoah ade a wo mo ho ebom sa sika simu asesi ade court and so etwasika no sombo 15 million Ghana cedis de amoma bill wa omotwa amom so monhwe na wo muntu asika ni anya sa asem we Sky Train project no enya de a wo meje mu ende na wo meje mu ochina no nti nsem a state and so de abetudwa efa Professor Ameya ni nsemi ho mo chese nhwehwemu de wo maye bi papa na final verdict no ana wo mo de abetudwa.
Ebusia gusai wa sansem no emu na enka ne panyi kwanhwerefa wono eda Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund eku no mechire unmunyafo Solomon Asamoah ne nsem a etwegu ni Professor Ekumfi ensem na ye 2 million scandal Sky Train no eho no na chese no mkopie mu asem dibia omugusu eka asem na otwe no srani abasa na bro mkopie mu na chese charges ahodo be esem yensa ena ye de ebo no de di kan no eye conspiracy na chese woni ekunfi na aka abomu a wo mo kan mo tini o mo to mabo ano se o mbedi bonefo sema ete sa afin so causing financial loss na omo bo man ne ka eho enhye da ehia bia afin so mo say intentional embezzlement of public funds na chese o man ni sika ena eni omo de omo nsa hye mo di ni nyafu ani nyina no eye kwa adum yensa omo timi de boss ankrofo ku mienu yi na enu na me ne wo kasa sisi a no mo kire say omo guso eye asem ne mo hwehwemu na so eye 2 million sky train scandal no womo de sika no sombo 15 million Ghana cedis na to omo mienu tiri so se omo ntimi ntua enfri honom na eye ora Solomon de omo kire mu se sisi e no kasa de or ye Ghanaian passports and afin so British passports. It is any bit me abua mo be wo man mu a won tu ne bata na se won tu ne tonko pie mo man foforo so enkobo ne sesen wo ho no court ahye se won fa sa passports me enu ni nyina no entimi embra enkopie mu aposi for akache owie nso so a eye adwuada ukuada ene fiada bie wo so de ne ho koche aposi for che so ogusu a wo man mu a won tu ne to enko ba bia ne nyina no mo che se ye processor eguma eno omode hwe animu so omeka asem na akwa akosi ni mpempen so nya ne pomesi bre kosi se bia after kwa edu na chi no so omode ombeto asem di bia o so ombe kwa akotu na edu efi o se sike bi o so mutua o ni nyina no eye processor wo de Eyora Solomon eni akumfi FM kosi se ombenya asem ne mo pomesi bre nti we ni nsem ahodo mu kotipie mu wo court no court share se omo entimi nyenye nhihye ya eno eda ye 2 million sky train scandal ne ho nti no mpanyifo guso ye nhihye de bedi chire bia ebeba wo sansem ne mu bia no ye nsi mutibua wo ho ye beba besomo wo KFM TV eso
yeah the more consent from the deputy attorney general Justice Srim sai wono so eden sembi abetudwa wo kasafa 2 million sika koso wo my Ghana ho na wo twemu se wo mo de ade a se professor Ameyaw efri ni mu edi sika nba wo mo ebeje na enya ade a wo meja ne se won kwada efia se na won kwa serve jail terms na won sign bra na sika ne hye ne to ase anase sika no enwo ne ho na won be squander wo my Ghana enu de nya ade a won beti ase de biara da enu ti sa be wo mo atwama no wo mo atwama ne se ne be obetimi etua na wo san ekoda efi ase ba enne na che se wo mo ni asem bia sense sika wo mo hwe nim se obetua no wetua ni nia edi amon same way deputy attorney general onumanyam for justice Sirim sai wono and our in same way and so abetudwa
of recover the loot is simply primary. I mean, the first objective is to get the money, because this country, as we know, has lost so much money through some of these decisions that public officials, some political, some civil, have made in this country. The primary objective of the ORA is to recover the money. We are open, and we cannot be tired of saying that we are open for anyone any of the accused persons or suspects in the other cases who think that they have the money and could return the money. We will be happy to have these monies to be used to solve some of the problems that we have in this country, healthcare problems, transportation problems, salary problems, so many other problems that we have, sanitation problems. President John Mahama is interested in solving those problems, and we need money to solve them. So, again, let me repeat that we will be happy to take any money that anyone has. And, of course, the law allows us to have plea bargaining, which means that based on certain conditions and circumstances, we could vary the case that we put before the court or the consequence of the crimes that we are alleging in court. So once we do that, and let me tell you, a number of people have approached us with offers, some including monies being returned, and we have agreed with some of them. Some of them have agreed to be witnesses for us against some of the accused persons. So I think we are on track when it comes to the recovery. There's no better way of recovering the money than voluntary recovery. So if the people are willing to give us, we will take it. But that is not to say that you can keep the money and then serve jail terms and go for it, because there is an active process. The Attorney General has instituted an active process of recovering, tracing these monies. So I would say that whether you do it voluntarily or not, we would do whatever it takes in the name of the Republic of Ghana to retrieve every pesewa that we can from private hands and restore those monies to the people of Ghana and to the taxpayers of this country.
I think for the purposes of clarity, are you making the point that we will not see the AG hold a press conference as we have seen them come past in the time past?
No, the press conference is not. The AG will hold press conference when the need arises. In this particular case, we believe that the issues are already in the public. You journalists are very much aware of the SkyTrain issue. It was first raised in the Auditor General's report. So I don't think anyone is in a doubt as to the facts of this case. So there may not be any press conference on this. But where there's a new case which will require thorough briefing, we believe that the people of this country are entitled to know every bit of what we are doing with the power they have given us. So we'll hold press conference when the need arises.
I was on Monyam for stream side, Nichimu, and Semahodo, our ditudra, a braco to Quasitina, and no, yen free sans semnimu, Nayan consent for Fromo and Fama, dear call or Hinini, Adazua, Nakache. Na yeboni di India yen semtreni ewo Ghana ha odini dwuma ewo yesompa efidie so na chese obi nya asem anasem podi obi ne kanchima ni chocho mucho tina na niema ankoye edema na eho no kotena na chese waye ne ho se jeje bisa wo ka asem ewo saa biaya ne eho afen so obi aniema ankoye emfa ma no saa nkrofo ko ni kopie mu wo ha otimi ahwehwe mu mapa ema omutimi nya ensem ne ho anoyi na owura maame eche mu sebra NPP amenyo ko ni bonto a fie etwe mu ane eba beto aba no ene wodi mutinti mapa ye wobo mo emo bonto ai bia kama de ne ho hye mu anya asem ketwa na so oche mu sene ko wie se NPP amenyo ko no moto abewie ni bibia no wo menfi ni kura biem ondo osusu se bi nkunim dia nkwa amomo a endi onim die nti potinti o mantimi amba na kachi bi mu o chese onimonya format yopoku prempepe ene be kire ni so ma adwumedi a wo ye boa no bonto a na ye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ne wono mo keka ho nyina no obi eni wo si ho o chese o metwi ni condemn po mo de na ye adwuma enso mfa so bia entimi amba so nti ono de wo chese amani o sempa politics de tinton time wonye bi nchemu ni.
You are doing an amazing job.
And so I mean, man, Grofui.
Sir,
come to me condemn.
Sir,
actually condemn.
Very fine.
Hey, Brunya, man, will be. I just saw Dr. Matu Poku Prempe, and will be Dimi Brunya. Seba Umianu, Samira Crabwaji, said no one you.
Nobody, I among Tantanta.
Mania and Tatomani deal with Umfi. What did he?
Me catch a miracle. Gideon Wako cry, catch a honorable. Me catch a doctor, me catch a
why you to me, dear Neddy, politics, me chai.
Eh,
some men send them a contract will be penny post, Sunami Mako Kabi. And as I mean, social program, Metasanka, Pembian Sue, Iti. In my palm, if he so obey a boy.
And some issues when you speak.
Meccan send
okay, I would want to sell.
It was your point in some way, and now Hinini a yard as well, one or so edit to the Mawan in some Tunisha, education come or yet one seminar so a demo are consent from Anopedia, a year lecturer at University of Ghana, a Professor Kojo, a PJ, a year etia, one or so educobo and a Kwama, NPP menu kuno, any NDC menu kuno, FA, a year on Moya for Samijan fee, a year Nensama, Abeto Ghana, Punoswani, Padodona, a Tunisessia, Abasa, Dudona. Kasa de fahono na no ana professor PJ mu se ye mwaka bia ye NPP amenyo ko no de sansem a wo mo afa to wo ho so ene wo mo di Sicilia da pa de compare Samijan video chese wo mo enjoy se wo mo keka sansem san enso so na oche mu se NDC amenyo ko no so wo mo enjoy sempempi na sasem ye abai wo mo so so ho wo mo yiyi nsem bebre na ano no womo enjoy sade ne no enya ade a etwa ye nsemwe professor Kojo apj etua wono ana wode nsemwe abetu edwa
it's not about the money as such because of the fact that there's no criminality involved, or there may not be any criminality involved, but the moral issues. And secondly, the source of the funding. Normally, you wouldn't find dollars being placed in somebody's car, and we don't know how much that money is. Of course, that is not to question the fact that he cannot earn that money. But that opulence that was displayed, whether in private or in public, is not appropriate. And the argument that it was given to a needy person, I don't think it's neither here nor there, because I think there are more needy people than this woman in question who became the beneficiary of Mr. Sammy Gyamfi's benevolence. Having said that, I think the NPP is overshooting itself by trying to compare the situation with Cecilia Dapa, because the two are definitely different cases, and we don't have all the facts to compare the two. But even if we do, I'm not sure the scale of it can be compared to the other. So I think in a way the NPP is trying to find a means anyhow to try to link the two together. I'm not sure it stands on solid ground. On the other hand, I think that the NDC of including Mr. Bebe is also not helping matters very well, but trying to justify everything in any shape or form. Of course, he acknowledges that Mr. Gyamfi has apologized, but this is a serious governance issue, which there's a need to address the issue from a perspective where, of course, there has been admission of wrongdoing, but to try to also pit it against NPP's record and so on as a way of covering up for Mr. Gyamfi is also, I don't think, appropriate. We should face things as they are, and to be able to make sure that people will continue to have trust and confidence in Mr. Mahama's, the president's agenda.
Ebusia Guswa was Sammy Gyamfi ensem no emu nenam so ama MPP amenyo ko no penya wono e friend no poku edusei wono so aba be kasa e dia fa wo che se senior mo kasa fa ho kan sem no digu nseni ani ewe ni ade no enye se sebi o mani esan owura Sammy Gyamfi na emom no won pese mra no na etimi ye adwuma se be ya wono mo ye nchima mo be nyina no be se ye ma o sa di breakers se na nam so ma akwa ene me binum se ya ensem fata ebu eti amra ndia na chese mra no etimi no edi ne nam so mo so enya timopo bi se nya de a wo so betu anamo a etisa na emom no se be mra ni be ye adwuma no e no mo hwehwe na se owura Sammy Gyamfi panyi kwanche for that precious mineral marketing company no enhye dan ha mo sa o sa panyi kwanche for that gold board no ha mo kra na emom no emra no e no mo hwe ni mu se ebetimi aye adwuma nchemu no eni.
Now, really, it won't be an issue for the NPP to take this matter up, but the magnitude, we are talking about foreign currency, United States dollars. That is a bit frightening. So what has accounted for the interest, if you ask me, is to put a stop to what may trigger others to follow suit. That is why the NPP government want to hold the president to account at this very early age, to ensure that his own code of conduct that he has outlined, he is adhering to them. And that will have a ripple effect of benefiting the entire nation, because we commended him when this whole code of conduct was rolled out. We all believed it was a step in the right direction. But in the end, just barely a week after, you have your own communication director, and at the same time, or Dublin as the director of Gold Board, flouting in the face of it, flouting these, if you like, the code of conduct, then clearly the president must set an example out of this. Let me state this clearly, that the NPP government is not after Honorable Sammy Gyamfi losing his job. No. We want to ensure that the law in this country works and applies to all equally. That there is the law that prohibits transactions or dealings in foreign currency. And that law is the Foreign Exchange Act. And if you break that law, the law as it is must deal with you. So we are saying that clearly the Sammy Genvi has actually breached these laws, and the law must be made to apply here. So nobody is saying that Sammy Genvi should lose his job or otherwise. We are saying that the laws must work. Just as the law was applied when Cecilia, the past issues came up. You recall their own very own, I think Victoria Hammer. In her case, he was even anticipating that at the end of the tenure, all that she was looking for is $1 million.
Right.
Just by the mention of $1 million. We all saw what happened to the lady. So what has changed? What is different? You can't.
Ebusian say yeah poko edu say ni shemu ahodo awode etudwa efora Same Genvi ensem no ho ene mama part agrada dollar no ehun sem ena etwegu sisia na ejina so na ya ton krasi maje aboafo wonom enkrato ye ba pa ensem no bebre na wo hwa ye beto akase ne so ede ama ye ba sisia
Medo benami Ghana duko do ajakple hoduko kata. Mie chonyani adeve na micho Talent Microfinance Limited gajradopa. Mie wana susu savings, adishie, school buafo, cashback, ple bubwa okata. Nenyebe egajom de miagbo la letie tomegbeko ateun ahoga dodo. Kenenyebe egajom vivi la nenyebe ogahia ola atenwava ava de ogai kenehia fa.
Taneyebe mi foncho mi afa jongu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church finance elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubo li kenye personal loan. Eye nenyebe mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenyebe washigba keke, alum eleswe, we have talent. Mi pepe gede nwo nenye wo shigba lesua ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent po monu ome nenye be mi ponchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afa jirudu dollar ke ga nyu he ya va talent wo pay slip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na kokko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe kekeake mie flegeno na nohem v choji nto jinwade vare kwereka mo npopo kai ganyu heya talent kuna po heya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado mo nwa anobobwe na mi akpena mi
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
Talent Microfinance Jengo ameganshipe ape Letina tejipo hotame.
Miape kapomo yenye 050-129-1298. Allo 050-128-9119. Talent woga kwamanu kwanta.
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Yo, I'm for and I am Makwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosum, you know, who free a Kumasi Macom that Damono, a sunny at the bar at Dumuno, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop no any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wood sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan Hono, Annie, a hot and a KFM musical shop. Ye tosum yenu ye bie no foforo na de e kan se emfidie papa etimiche de odi ya sorry de odi goro agoro ahodo duma de bia wodi obehia eye emfidie mechira musical instrument bia no eye KFM ento wo se Ghana muntie Asantema muntie eye KFM musical shop ana sabre ya bie no foforo mu no chan e wo Prempeh second street we free all men come down na wo sane ede ko adum no ane udu Sambra Hotel kwantane so na wa tane on sani faso oho ana KFM musical shop yi ewo ye ne Sambra Hotel ana ehwe animo ye twa abrebia
gina mese se be ya proud ana se me ye twa na free Kumasi Edu KFM Instrument Store. Obi disasa say bo me fo de what to no we need see that. What dey near my papa ejina wani na what to no say yes. What to no bibi aka wakoma. Ni nyina free KFM Instrument Store Kumasi Edu. Se bi jira na me to no ma bitimi ya ho me ka fi say fi papa nu enim na mi jina no. Wo be try e ko ma ya do se kana twa nanka kaneu ensemfu.
Ebusuafo Egusua Emama Kwaba Eda Mwasesa no pay Muguso Etimu TV hon ehwe KFM TV News mikoso kai wo se anopa news echegu ewoye abe fontentam video no so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV GH no to betimi akoho na wakohwe bi no wa share na wa like na wo do adwenche no enso ede guase amaye kama yeto ansem ne so ede amamodia ende de abeto Joseph former director general Edema National signal bury ora edu boahin wono ana abetodwa sesi ade aposifo ensa asan asoni mu bia mo chese ne reminder mo de nkotie no wa serve eho na ewia wo me ebosume ne da etoso dumiensa wo afimpinu ni eduonu enumo ana wo san ebefa no a mo chemu se economic and organized crime office wo mo ana mo bom homoden eko ora edu boahin akachia wo modeno ekotwe aban ekukuma ne lawyer atachia wono anodin semwe ebetu edwa.
Last the judge ordered that he should have his freedom yesterday, and they said they have another matter that they are investigating concerning him. So when he was supposed to have his freedom, by their calculation, they released him midnight and then rearrested him on the basis of the newfound matters they were looking at. But the question is, in the period in which he had the freedom, why didn't they deal with the matter? And they'll leave it till midnight and rearrest him. Is somebody very excited, incarcerating another Ghanaian with all manner of tactics who aid justice, and that is unfortunate.
So is he in the custody of Yoko right now?
He's come back to Yoko, and I'm going there now for me to come to terms with what is the new matter, what's the new issue. You see, because he's been there all this while, and if there were serious matters of consequence, and he's on bail, huge bail, 80 million Ghana cedis bail. He's living nowhere. Adubuahin's name and that of Angela, they are all over the nation, our borders and our airports. They are going nowhere. So I believe that we should come clean that this is not a personal vendetta. This is a man that you believe you have some criminal case against, and give him space to defend himself. I give him also the freedom that now the Supreme Court has decided that there's no case which is not bailable, including murders. Provided always they will exact on you conditions for you to appear before the court to defend yourself. So I do not think we are going to rewrite the criminal jurisprudence of Ghana because of one man.
This fresh arrest, does it include the wife and the third accused person?
I am not sure. I mean, who are involved.
Ebusia yenko North East Mantam no emo na enkani Deputy North East Regional Minister Eyon Mwenyamfo Tahiru Tia. Meno kase ne duedie ye de ne sisu se ohene popra ewo Gambaga ene ne mpotemu no mo ehwem se overlord e de mama Mprugu ene ne mpotemu na yui na Bohagu Mahimi Abdullahi Sheriga wono ene disi so edinisi so kotonima bosume ne da na etoso dumienu ewa fimpimienu ene edionu enumia ni nyina ne se ye Gambaga ra ya wuni ano no etesho no ba mu ewo de na pakan aba befa no mo hwe animu so mbe na yiyo no ama bibia no etimi akọ na animu na sanse woni hobiem no na ehu behia ye so behia obi a wonu betietia nanamo mu na de na wo ye de boa mama mprugu amamu sem ne nomo ahinsie nsem ne timi kɔ nanimu no womu eyi onmonyamfo eyetia ono ba behwe ama bibia no etimi akɔ nanim na akɔnkan no mu chem sa afimpimienu eni dunkunumu na enka ne mampani na nadodankɔ akufu ado bra ote eye mantam foforo ne bi ka ho ebeye edunsia ne mu no na obo ne di ono kɔ ye deputy regional minister wo saa mpotemu nam so ama me no kasa esisia no yeyi ni se ohene popra ono wo gambaga ene ne mpotemu sisi ame no kasa edie sansa krai no ene etimi akoso ewo ho enkane eye onimonyamfo itahiriti awono ene eyi no se ohene popra ono wo gambaga ene ne mpotemu
Ebusuafo ye free gambaga inse mu dia yedemo ekopimu semfo from Accra Metropolitan Assembly AM mpanifo enche bia no mo betu dwa wo mo HM se obepiem wo encrimantem ha circle eye traders meche adetonfo a wo mo ewo kwa wo mo ton ade a ende pavement so no mo ton ade obi obeduru bia no de nyoma esi wo no ton no eno ana mo chem se sa de na nya ade a wo mbeso so de bia de san se wo mo be hya ase apa mo sankofo ni nia e de free on sene bema Accra ene nkran edi mu na eye ahomdie nsem na timi edi mu ye papa na wo se mutimi sisa agina ye we ne no ene ye ade a ebetimi aboa ne no ana adetonfo yi enso de abetu de omo chese pavement omo ton ade wo so no enya ade a wo mo be fi wende no mo fi ho china nti ensem a emefo edi tudwa na e concert bi mo munja so mo keka sa no mo sa ade no enya ade a wo mo be di so de biara da yenti ensem bi adwadifo yi enso edi tudwa
Ebusia nti ene edwedifo no de course Maame Esi ade we me hyeda nti ase okra no nam kwan no ho no mo ahye omudwane wo ho na wanhwe ye na pem na etwie egu a
omudwuma e bebi a omote no so eho ese nipa ne fa ho
eye kwan mu
na mo de no ma omopam mo de circle ha ye pam mo sa
omotimi abayefo
tractor ni we be pam mo ina for no mo de say most times say omopam mo no mo de red eyi bia bobo we no say na be omotimi mba ho oh Umamu 1 week be hwano mu ina saba mu ina be saba seko ya pamo mu sa nti e wo so mu ebia se measures no mu etake no na emwa e wo so mu pe kwan fofo so meden ha on betimi sa dia but sometimes I am blame ade tonfo ni bebre because so mu kokra na mpenifo na asan afechi no mu akwaje because unjiska wo mu ho a enkomo betina ho
but hu ka krati mi betwi fa so eho ye kwan
kakra omoton
mo krati mi betwi fa so no nye menya
nti omo ye no meti omo ase because impenifo na agigiska omo no omo ape baby a obi aka say wo pe baby aton ade de mama say mema o baby na we twa ho am na wakota nti wo sa nipa no wo pam na ye de
o de shi on ko da
scan ti won nti untimi pam na sa nti e say omo fa measures for so kwan for so no omo timi e de sa de we egu kwan mu yo hosa
ene yen free sansem ni mu edwedifo na de omo ya no mo yin tu de yen free na yen ko obo ase ne ne mpotemo me no ka say sisi ade o machi abranti bi e friend sa Kwesi Francis wo mo chi no de o ye nyina ne say ye metal pipes akesi bi no ko wi ya me no ka say o ma so ni mo so ni de omo bo ne kakra wi no de ne ma posi ni so mo so nkoto aso ma hwehwe mu mapa enti mi nkoso na bra o mo chi no timemfo ni bi tutu na no amochire bebi ofri obechire mu kra so ye obema warefo kro wo maame emofra mienu na timi bebo kro no say dia emu erem nchemu ene de ekoso promo tutu na no bra posi ni so be mu no sembi fufuro kan wa ide to aso wo kase ne so e dia no
kilos no atone ba ku bia ke wanya iti ko ma ode wenya ko ma ode say dodo ne bo okay ni this is no na boys ni say say o mo ya bi so nti wa kan nyame be hira mo boys enya wo de ya enya ko hira wo ni mo wa e bebe sa o mo fa no enya wo de ya ati ru ko tu 4 years what did I make sure the first say Omo wa se di akwesi edi oni be fie ya akwesi ombe ye bodi ankasa la sam ko ba no ma ba bi set na ba
Ebusi afọ enu nti akwesi nsemi ane ye de ebeso mo ne ye to ansem ne so di mo akwensem fofom de di mo kopie mo ewo eye achem odan a ewo epoye mantem na manibo afi wo ba ne se eye suku dan a ewo ho anani pabonfo bi abom homode de wo mo akoho wo mu roofing wo mo akotutu wo mo wia dodo na eye nkonwa esukufo etina so wo mo akosesa sa ensoso anani mo bebre na no ma edoso a eboa ma disua ekoso ewo school we ana sa ni pabonfo abom homode akosesa ni nia ewo ho a wo mo eche mu se ade ya de omani abriye papapa edan no ana etwago ewo screen so no roofing a ewo edan no so no sa ni pabonfo abom homode ekotutu ni nia ewo ho a penifo eche mu se sa de we ya wo mo aye eno ama disua aye den ama enkodai ewo we san se so mo kwa classroom na se dan ni embo so ebe den no makotena se esua ade eno nti wo mo che so mugusu aye nhwehwemu e de afasanse mu ne sa etimi eso sa ni pabonfo no ma Ghana mra no se ne tebia eni wo mo ebedi ni ye papa pesa se mu ntimi ndi boni se na mo fa mo ho endi tototo sa da bi da impenifo de mo nan ebesi form se ne mra ni tebia no wo mo ni wo mo ebedi no mo san eso impenifo se si ade se ana ato mo enu nti wo se wo mo timi behwe na wo mo ekọ mo na adesua ehya ase e wo hobi me san se nkode e ade a wo mo atenefie ache ebusuafo ye gina sansem ne so na yetwa ye ho sima abaye ba ye de mu ko edwedi ensem
Ebusen Sansonda wasemu akwa banfambra KFM TV eso yeso aso edwedi ensemu edi amaudi aye call Bank of Ghana eye yesi kakra bia batai no ai wo maimu no na che so mo so de nkrata bi ne free wo no makache edi aba wo mo eche se koba se yesi di no na ho odi mu ene se ne yada de nia ba be si se ni pempen so we dia na che se infection be se duosian 60 years na che se ne betimi aboa ma yada de ni asan apema koye ni mu ene na ho odi mu betimi afa ne ntima pa edi efra no omo ba be shefa e wo ho atena se ehu kwan ahodo omo de sa nhihye ni dwumedie no ebetimi afaso wo mo che se July bosome ni da na eto sudu nkunu wa afia hankunu ediosianum 1965 eno ensakraye mapaba ye wo yesidi ni mo mekurekure mu adanda eni a etimi aba bedru sesemre ya eno enya asem keto akromo che se ye July bosome no ekosi ye December bosomi nim no dwumedie ne hihye ahodo na na ebeto dwa no enya asem keto akra ni nyina no wo mo beye forums ahodo ebia akwanya nato ho ene eye timemfo ni bi nso atwetwe nkomo any stakeholders I would don't say in komo edi afa ye sidi ne ho ni nyina no se be ya na ho odi ni betimi atena ne mu aye den na gina na mo so brane se ne nkane no etimi atena wa aba bedu sam pempen so ye guso ekita na ho odi mu no sa pepepe e na dwumedie no wonom e ba ba ye nti ye sidi no ehu emu ahode no mo che se nya mfinhia no eye ediosia nti no ho hye ene fa eno mo ba be hye no eye July bosom ekosi eye December bosom ni nyina na bekoso ewo afiwe ya emuti we ni nsema Free Bank of Ghana wo mo so akache aba
ye de mo consent fufum dia edwadi nsem a ana ye guso a ede mo eto aso ye de mo kopie mo ewo dambai eye a ewo Krachi East Municipality ewo oti mantem na mane ba efi ho bani se dwadifo chem sesese ade bayo bo ayedin ye papa wo ha wo muntimi ntobi mpo na wo mo soso wo mo akoton anase wo mo edi wo mo chem se akofa bayo be se oha eye 100 tubes of yam na okase obeton akane no na wo mo eton ne be se 3000 Ghana cedis na sesi ade ne bo no ayedin ye papa ehwiri ekodu be se 5000 Ghana cedis eko 7000 Ghana cedis a mo chem se eno eya de bia ha mo ye papa esan se bo no akoso amomo dodo a wo muntimi enye ho hwe na mo ne eye edwedifo eni ekuafo ibi twetwen koma mo chem se ne nti a ama bawe bo ayedin bebre na ewo damban ne se eye ndru a mo de hye bayiwe ene noma bi a wo mo eto ansabayiwe etimi enyini ebedu biaye a etie ni nia sa noma ne bo ayedin enu nti ne ba eye market ni mo so ana ebo no etimi akoso ye papa wo mo hye eye mpanifo se wo mo ntimi hwe na noma no wo mo ntete so mo se ne be ya wo mo soso se wo mo ko market no mo ton bayiwe ebo no ebetimi aba form edi amom na sesi ade 5000 to 7000 no ade a ewo so ye papa edi momo ewo se nunti dambai a ewo Krachi East Municipality wo timantem no wo mo so amane ba wo mo de abetudwan no yegina eye edwade nsem so ne adane ye ho sima ba ye ba ye de mo ko enigide nsem emu ya demo eko enigediensem anopedia eye Telecel Ghana Music Award jumedi memene dawe ano mode hihye so ewo my Ghana ha nde na eye enigediensem ye papa parties dodo na ana eye award no ebi komo mo na Ghana nyumtuni a eba ne nyumto ewo my Ghana ha wo bone homodin wo mu ye papa King Promise ana meka ne ho aseme King Promise enso inkunimde kese etimi ekoma na artist of the year no ne sa etimi kan media tours ahodo na ana woko ewo my Ghana nenu ana endrada woni nsɛmtwerɛfo twetwen komo ho ana King Promise editu dwa wo chem tetesi a akwanya kese we abama na dibre kese we ne nsa etimi aka na yade obeboa nipa dodo na ewo my Ghana ha wo chese ye ne hihye ye se wo be sponsor eye media personality a wo sign eye head of ni PR team no wo chese eye tili ikua nipa wo chese sisi ade wo beboa no ama ni master's degree eye dibra wo pese wunya no wetimi afeda sa education no ama natimi aboa no ama ono so ni so ade hunu no etimi abemo ede ama no nti King Promise nsema wono so wode abetudwa enyi
tili adwuma no abawie and going forward they should be talking on behalf of and I say should be speaking for the
no I like Tilly. I believe say Ejumano YN NYNE. Okay. And I say she a manager. I'm gonna make kasa because I think she's gonna go do a masters and I want to pay for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because she's done a great job.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
you want to pay for her masters?
Yeah.
Wow. This is a good thing.
Yeah, of course. Like she's contributed very well to what we did.
In
facts, bro. You know, and the thing is, she said one thing that I respect. She's like, if you're working with an artist, I didn't know can I just say or for me, like it's real, it's true. So all you do is speak the facts and amplify it. Made the job easy, and she represented it so well. She didn't step on people's toes. She was respectful, professional, and I respect that. And you know, my only little way that I can help is, you know.
Bro, let me make a confession here. See, me cry beginning no. Now I was thinking, say, many unia kasakra. Now I was afraid.
Adeshman Benut in some way and I came promise and so edit to Jerma when in some chofusha at your train common or yejina ni semisun nigedian sem any anopanus no yet ninia abanere or hosanano pensem no de demo akutini ebi and say former a year Jeff CEO Solomon Esiamwa a adia court a granting of 15 million a Ghana cedi se won't you farmer a sky train projector ne ho ebom no wontua enfama
sanso na benfo apj etua ono so de kokobo ekoma MPP ne afin so ndisi amenu ko ne so rasa meje mfi ensem ne dollar ensem a yetwebu sisia ne yenja se yede eya amaniosem
yede adwade nsem ebel eye commercial drivers enso edinsem bi ebetu dwa eno so yede mu nsem bro
ye call eye nigidie ensem eye reigning artist of the year can promise ono so ababetrim so no ankasa ne kasamafo eye tili ekua wo hwese ne masters a wo kwakoye hu adwuma no obetua ne nyina aboho ka ede free ho ede amano
ebusuafo weni nsem ene afufuro pie anope ye bo ano ayede ebesumu se KFM TV News asida kese nkonfama KFM Musical Center se ope instrument papa abo wa sorry na edimu na wa sorry ne mu ayede na twini padodo na ede abano KFM Musical Center kwa ana mekanfo ede ama uban kramantem ha wo mu ewa kra zongolin wa santimantem so wo mu ewo edum wo mu ne Sambra Hotel no ana ebonhwe ni ma no pay wo mu tunsa ede akrosebra na be video mudwa na ebo no so de ede form popo
Afia Talent Microfinance kasem ehu adwuma no mo BBF kasem obi anoka o be hwa yentoso ye ne hwehwe ni nyina etimi ede ama manta medum de wono ma hyatem mo ebo adwuma de ben wono twipin mo no monye osikasem ni ye enfama afi dada bateka phone se ne ho akade ho adwuma enti BBF phone ne ho asehwisi no kopie mo kaneshi bia ya Sakwa station e share ne wono mbehwe ayentoso ye ne hwehwe ni ye ede ama o nyume komi ensen ene na no pe omo ebo ye chido makenkan fo no eye Afia Fosuah Oduahoma Sresrebidi frame Afia meje so many
Maame Esi Nkrumah idamu ina asese moje be ehwe news yakam